What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in this series, I'm pretty much doing 100 runs of a dungeon, and I'm saving all the loot of value or interest that I'm getting from that dungeon. And then I make these videos where I show you guys what I received from those 100 runs, and I also show you guys how I farmed it, like the routes that I've been using and so on, and discuss what you could potentially get, like the best items. And in today's video, we are doing the famous Uldaman, the dungeon that I've done, let's see, on this tune alone, I've done 1,189 runs. I've done over 2,000 runs in total of this dungeon, and it's stupid, and you guys shouldn't do it. And I'm gonna talk all about why and why I've done so many runs. But first, I do have to mention, since there's a very short amount of time left, that you guys can still get the Easter sale on all of the gold guides. So it's the cheapest they've ever been. You can get the retail 0 to 10 million gold guide, the classic TBC, classic Wrath of the Lich King, and Season of Mastery gold guides for $9.90 each using the Easter code EASTER. So big thank you to everyone that has already picked up a copy, and all the positive feedback on the gold guide. It really just makes me want to push harder and make the gold guides as good as they could potentially be. So if you guys do decide to buy the gold guides, keep in mind that the gold guides will never get outdated. Like, for instance, for retail, whenever a new expansion or a patch comes out, I'm updating the gold guide for that patch and that expansion, and you guys will receive every single future update for free, right? So make sure to check it out. Links down below in the description and also pinned comments. But yes, Uldaman. While I'm talking a bunch of nonsense, I'm going to show you guys the route that I'm personally using. And yes, I will not loot when I do this route, because it's all about showing you guys the route. I'm not in a position where I need gold. I think it's fun to farm it. And I have loot from 100 runs in my bags. I would have to like do 99 runs, and then the video run, I would have to loot on that run to make it loot from 100 runs. But right now, can't be arsed, and it's kind of fun that some people get triggered by glowing bodies on the floor, because you never know, they could have a super item, and that is why people farm Uldaman. Uldaman is a very popular dungeon to farm, because Uldaman has some of the rarest items in the game in it. We're talking the Jackhammer, the Pendulum of Doom, the Digmaster, the Shadowforge Bushmaster, Papal Fess, Miner's Hat, Lost Age Shoulders. Like, it has an insane collection of super valuable transmog items. However, I've been farming Uldaman since transmog was a thing, and I've seen a lot of people get super items. They all have one thing in common, like myself. They all did over 1,000 runs. Not all of them. I've seen people getting a super item in less than 50 runs too. But the vast majority of people getting a super item had to do over 1,000 runs of the dungeon. And is it worth it then? Nah. It really isn't. That's over 100 hours minimum in order to get a super item. And at that point, you could have done any other farm and you would have made more gold. It's a wild shot. It really is. I do it because, as I said in the beginning of the video, I don't need gold. It's fun to hunt for these items. And I've personally received the Papal Fess twice, and I've received the Shadowforge Bushmaster twice. And I will probably keep on doing Uldaman until I've received at least one of each super item. That day might never come though. That's how rare they are. Now, the reason why people did Uldaman back in the days and people started doing Uldaman is because it was actually decent even if you didn't get the super items. That's not the case anymore, because there's a bunch of Uldaman specific transmog items in the dungeon, and they used to go for like 20 to 50,000 gold. If you got the Stonevolt Bonebreaker or the Jinsu, 2 weapons, those were easily like 100, 150, 250,000 gold, right? Right now, the Jinsu is the only really item out of value that you're interested in, besides from the super items. You can, however, get world drop plans and patterns like the rich purple, like comfortable leather hats, lesser parry, star belt. But like you can get those in any other dungeons too in Classic, and those dungeons might have a more interesting basic loot table. So Uldaman is god awful. I wouldn't advise anyone to do Uldaman if they're starting out and they want to make gold, because the odds of you making some serious gold in Uldaman is extremely low. And trust me, I've seen a lot of people do Uldaman, and I've done a lot of Uldaman runs myself. But it's still a lot of fun. So the people that I know that have done thousands of Uldaman runs, they're in the same position as me. They don't really need gold. They have enough gold to buy whatever they want. So they're just doing it because they like the thrill of the hunt. They want the bragging rights of being like, yo, I got the Papal Fess, I got the Miner's Hat, I got the Jackhammer. So right now, we'll come to the end of the route. It's a relatively easy route. It looks way more complicated than what it is, especially since you guys are seeing me run it on a speed set Druid, right? But if you just follow this video and you do the run like once or twice yourself, you will recognize where to run, and it becomes very clear how the route works. But super easy stuff. I just had to make it very clear in this video that you shouldn't do Uldaman. And we're going to take a look at my loot just after killing this boss and taking the last chest, which you guys should definitely do. And while you're at it, if you like this sort of content, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Killing this bad boy, I got to check his loot because I received a super item from him in the past. And then you should always pick up this chest. Nothing of value. Now, if you play a Druid, it's really easy. You can just use Dreamwalk to teleport out, and then use Dreamwalk again to teleport back in, and you're good to go for another run. If you don't play a Druid, you can just sign up in a group in the custom group finder, and then you instantly, you just create a group and instantly disband the group when you're inside of the dungeon, and that will make you get ported just outside the entrance of Uldaman after a 1-minute countdown. So now, what you've all been waiting for. What did I get after farming Uldaman for 100 runs? And I've done a bunch of videos of loot from 100 runs from Uldaman. Some have been quite good because I received a Jinsu or two or good patterns and plans. This time, however, god damn, it's been bad. It's been so bad. If not my worst Uldaman run ever. And the worst part is, like, this would be good when we first started doing Uldaman, like many years ago, because the Earthen Rod has always been bad. I got 2 of those. The Crush Ridge Bindings, shit item. The Shoveler right here, decent sell rate, but it's only 5,000 gold in my realm. I used to sell these bad boys for like 35 to 40,000 gold constantly back in the days. This one, the Excavator's Brand, same with this one. That was like a 25k plus any day of the week. This one is horrible, the Stonebolt Shiv. The Adventurer's Pit Helmet, that was also like 25k plus back in the days. Now it's less than 4k in my realm. Spirewind Feather, yeah, I used to sell that for like 20k plus any day of the week. Now it's 566 gold. And same with the Beacon of Hope. Easy sale in the past. Obsidian Cleaver. I got myself an Annealed Blade. World Drop Skull Plate Bracer specific to Nomer, but they were really bad. Legars of the Vault, really bad. Energy Cloak, absolutely horrible, right? Then I got some green items. These are just like Aurora Robe. It's good enough to keep because of the sell rate, right? Same with the armor and same with the Sorcerer Drape. I always sell these, right? This Regal armor is just probably going to go to the vendor. Elder's Amber Stave, like these are good because it's an offhand, but as long as a staff. These usually sells really well. And then I got myself one epic, the Staff of Jordan. You can't really get that many good epics in Uldaman. Staff of Jordan is probably one of the best ones you can get. However, it's less than 3,000 gold right now on my realm. And then we've got some patterns and plans. We've got Golden Scale Boots, 88,000 gold market value. We've got the Sniper Scope, which is 15k market value right now. And then we've got Craftsman Monocle, 22k, and then 15k market value, Elixir of Dream Vision. But prices are so bad on my realm. So This is not market value, but this is if I were to post everything on the auction house right now and settle it all, I would make a total of 145,000 gold or 15,000 gold an hour. I could literally pick up flowers and mine in any Shadowlands zone, and I would make twice that gold per hour. I really would. But I wouldn't have the same amount of fun, because there's no RNG to Shadowlands mining and herbalist. Well, there's very little, at least. And there is a shit ton in Uldaman. However, that was it for today's video, though. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to grab the gold guide or gold guides for only $9.90. You can even get the bundle, like all of these gold guides, for only $19 if you're interested in that and you want to support me as a content creator. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see all of you guys back in at tomorrow's video. Until then, bye-bye.